Okay, so today we're going to set up your practical experiment that's going to form the basis of your experimental report. So what you'll receive is, in groups, you'll get 32 plants that are going to come in these two black racks like this. What you'll also get is a set of sticky labels which number from 1 right through to 32. So these correspond to the 32 plants that you're going to receive. So the first thing to do is find the sticky label that corresponds to the label on the pot. So this is for group 1 here, and the plant number 5 gets G1.15 basically. Then for the other plant, which is plant number 27, in this particular example, there should be a label that corresponds to this number. You'll notice that some of the labels have an S on. This just means that these are the plants that received silicon, and these plants will always have some kind of sticky label within the pot. So once you've got your plants labelled up, what we need to do is measure plant height. So Hermina's doing this here. So basically use a ruler to measure the maximum plant height. So typically these rulers have a few sort of extra millimeters on the end, so just sort of dig that into the soil. So here you can see that the plant height is 26 centimeters. Once you've measured plant height, then you need to count the number of leaves. So Hermina's going to show us how to do this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that would be 4 leaves. So make sure once you've recorded all this, put it into that Excel worksheet that you've already set up. So having measured all of your plants and counted the number of leaves, what you'll receive is 32 of these insect cages, which are like these cylinders. Now, all your plants that have got yellow labels, these are going to be herbivore free, so they're not going to have insects at all. So probably the easiest thing to do is to cage all of those control plants that don't have herbivores and just put them to one side. Be careful when you're applying this to make sure that you don't crush any of the leaves, and it should fit quite snugly within the pot. So now it's time to weigh the herbivores that you can apply to 16 of the plants, and these are the 16 plants with red labels. So you'll each be provided with 16 little petri dishes like this. Each will contain a herbivore, which is Helicoverpa amigera. Probably the herbivore that you'll receive is going to be a little bit smaller than this, but that's absolutely fine. So what you need to do is, first of all, use the sensitive balance to measure herbivore weight. So first of all, put a weighing boat on top of the balance like this, and then re-zero or tare. Once you've done this, put the insect inside the weighing boat. And once it's settled down, record the weight. So this would be 0.058 grams. Weighed your insect, you're going to apply it to each of the plants with a red label. So this is Hermina applying the insect, so you can just sort of brush it against the base of the plant and let it drop to the surface. So it'll soon enough find its way up the plant. Once you've done this, apply the cage to that particular pot, again taking care not to squish either the plant or the insect. We've created 2 Excel worksheets for you to store and record your data. If you're in room G11, you're going to have been assigned a group number between 1 and 15. If you're in room G15, you're going to have been given a group number between 16 and 30. To access the relevant worksheet, follow the link on your Prac notes. So let's open up G11. What you get is an Excel worksheet like this. And you'll notice at the bottom, every single group has their own tabs. So that's group 2, group 3, all the way up to group 15. What you need to do is find a tab for your relevant group and then begin to enter all of your details. So if all of the group could enter their names and their student number. So I'll just make one up here. What you'll do is, as you're following the procedures that we've just outlined, is you'll record the data as you measure. So essentially, Amina was working on plant 5. So if you locate that here, she found that there were 4 leaves and the height of that plant was 26 centimeters.